In our modern world, we are often overwhelmed by the constant pursuit of more success, more possessions, more recognition. This endless chase can leave us feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. However, there's a profound truth that many of us overlook. The less we seek, the more we will find. This principle invites us to shift our focus from external achievements to inner fulfillment, and in doing so, discover the true essence of life. Imagine for a moment the relentless seeking we engage in daily. We wake up with a to-do list, driven by the need to accomplish tasks and meet expectations. We measure our worth by our productivity and the tangible results we produce. But what if this constant seeking blinds us to the deeper, more subtle aspects of life? What if, in our pursuit of more, we miss the beauty and peace that are already present? When we stop seeking outwardly and turn our attention inward, we begin to uncover a different dimension of existence. This shift doesn't mean we abandon our goals or aspirations. Rather, it means we approach them from a place of inner calm and clarity. When our actions stem from a state of inner peace, they are more aligned with our true nature and purpose. We find that we can achieve more with less effort and stress. Consider the practice of mindfulness. By being fully present in each moment, we cultivate a sense of contentment and gratitude. We start to appreciate the simple pleasures of life: a gentle breeze, a warm cup of tea, the smile of a loved one. These moments, often overlooked in our busy lives, hold profound joy and meaning. By embracing them, we realize that true fulfillment comes not from seeking more, but from appreciating what we already have. Another aspect of finding without seeking is the power of letting go. We often hold on to expectations, desires, and fears that create tension and dissatisfaction. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing our attachment to specific outcomes. When we let go, we create space for new possibilities and experiences. We become open to the flow of life, trusting that it will guide us to where we need to be. Imagine carrying a heavy load on a long journey. Each step becomes a struggle, and your focus narrows to the burden you bear. Now, imagine setting down that load. You feel lighter, freer, and more able to enjoy the journey itself. This is what happens when we let go of unnecessary seeking. We free ourselves from the weight of constant striving and open ourselves to the richness of the present moment.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
A practical way to cultivate this mindset is through meditation. By sitting quietly and observing our thoughts without judgment, we learn to detach from the incessant mental chatter that drives our seeking behavior. We come to realize that our thoughts are just thoughts. They do not define us. This awareness creates a sense of inner space and stillness, from which true insight and understanding can arise. So, how can we integrate this wisdom into our daily lives? Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to simply be still. Focus on your breath, let go of any pressing concerns, and allow yourself to just be. Notice the sensations in your body, the sounds around you, and the thoughts passing through your mind. With practice, you will find that this simple act of presence brings a profound sense of peace and clarity. As we continue to explore this concept, let us remember that the journey is deeply personal. Each of us must find our own way to balance seeking and being. By embracing the principle that less seeking leads to more finding, we open ourselves to a life of greater fulfillment and joy. The Symphony of Surrender. Continuing our exploration, we delve into the profound wisdom of surrender. Many of us equate surrender with defeat or giving up, yet in the spiritual realm, Surrender is an act of profound strength and clarity. It is about trusting the flow of life and relinquishing the illusion of control. By surrendering, we align ourselves with a greater intelligence, one that often knows what we need better than we ourselves do. Think about the times when you have clung tightly to a specific outcome, only to find frustration and disappointment. Our minds, driven by fear and desire, often trap us in narrow perspectives. When we surrender, we expand our vision, allowing life to unfold in ways we might never have imagined. This doesn't mean we passively accept everything. Rather, we actively choose to trust the process and let go of rigid expectations. Consider the metaphor of a river. When we fight against its current, we exhaust ourselves and make little progress. But when we surrender to the flow, we move effortlessly, guided by the river's natural course. Similarly, in life, surrendering allows us to move with the current of our true path, rather than struggling against it. This practice requires a deep trust in the unfolding of life and a willingness to accept what comes, even when it differs from our plans. A practical application of surrender is to start each day with the intention to release control. This can be as simple as affirming, "Today, I trust the flow of life." Throughout the day, whenever you feel tension or resistance, remind yourself of this intention. Notice how it shifts your experience and opens you to new possibilities. This practice can transform challenges into opportunities for growth and learning. Another crucial aspect of surrender is understanding that we are part of a larger whole. Our individual desires and plans are but a small piece of the vast mosaic of existence. When we surrender, we harmonize with the greater symphony of life. This perspective helps us see setbacks not as failures, but as redirections towards something more aligned with our true purpose. Reflect on a time when an unexpected change led to a better outcome than you had planned. These moments reveal the wisdom of surrender. The universe has a way of orchestrating events that align with our highest good, even if we cannot see it in the moment. By surrendering, we tap into this wisdom and allow it to guide us. Surrender also involves embracing uncertainty. Our minds crave certainty and control, but life is inherently unpredictable. By accepting this uncertainty, we free ourselves from the anxiety that comes with trying to predict and control every aspect of our lives. This doesn't mean we stop planning or setting goals. It means we remain flexible and open to change. In practical terms, embracing uncertainty can be practiced by stepping out of your comfort zone. Try new activities, engage with different perspectives, and be open to not knowing all the answers. Each time you embrace the unknown, you strengthen your ability to surrender and trust the process of life. Ultimately, the art of surrender is about letting go of the ego's need for control and embracing a deeper trust in the flow of life. It is a practice that requires courage and faith, but it leads to a profound sense of peace and alignment. By surrendering, we find that life often brings us what we need, even if it's not what we initially sought. As we continue to embrace the wisdom of less seeking and more finding, let us remember the power of surrender. Trust in the flow of life, release the need for control, and open yourself to the infinite possibilities that await. This practice will guide you toward a life of greater harmony, peace, and fulfillment. The wisdom of stillness. In our quest to understand the essence of life, we often overlook the power of stillness. In stillness, we find a profound clarity that is often obscured by the noise and busyness of everyday life. When we allow ourselves to be still, we tap into a deeper awareness that reveals truths beyond the surface of our daily experiences. Consider the analogy of a muddy pond. When the water is agitated, it becomes murky and unclear. However, If we allow the water to settle, the mud sinks to the bottom and the water becomes clear. Similarly, when we constantly seek and strive, our minds become cluttered and chaotic. Stillness allows the mental turbulence to settle, revealing a clear and calm state of being. Stillness is not merely the absence of movement or noise. It is a state of inner peace and awareness. It is in this state that we can truly connect with our inner self and the world around us. When we are still, we become more attuned to the subtleties of life. We notice the gentle rustling of leaves, the soft rhythm of our breath, and the quiet presence of our own being. These moments of stillness bring us closer to the true essence of life, which is always present but often overlooked. A practical way to cultivate stillness is through the practice of meditation. By setting aside time each day to sit in silence, we create a space for stillness to emerge. Begin with just a few minutes of quiet reflection, focusing on your breath and allowing thoughts to come and go without attachment. Over time, you will find that this practice brings a profound sense of peace and clarity. Another aspect of stillness is the ability to listen deeply. In our interactions with others, we often focus on responding rather than truly listening. Deep listening involves being fully present with another person, without judgment or the need to interject. This practice not only enhances our relationships but also allows us to connect more deeply with the wisdom and insights of others. When we listen deeply, we open ourselves to new perspectives and understanding. Think about the last time you truly listened to someone without the need to respond immediately. How did it change the quality of the conversation? Deep listening creates a space for authentic connection and understanding, which is a reflection of the stillness we cultivate within ourselves. Stillness also involves embracing simplicity. In a world that often values complexity and busyness, simplicity can be a radical act. By simplifying our lives, reducing clutter, prioritizing what truly matters, and letting go of unnecessary distractions, we create more space for stillness. This simplicity allows us to focus on what is truly important and to find joy in the simple pleasures of life. Consider simplifying one area of your life. It could be decluttering your living space, simplifying your schedule, or reducing your commitments. Notice how this simplicity creates more space for stillness and peace. Incorporating stillness into our lives also means embracing moments of solitude. In solitude, we disconnect from the external world and reconnect with our inner self. This practice can be as simple as taking a quiet walk in nature, spending time alone in a peaceful setting, or simply sitting in silence. These moments of solitude allow us to recharge and gain clarity, helping us to navigate life with greater ease and insight. Ultimately, the wisdom of stillness lies in its ability to reveal the deeper truths of our existence. It is in stillness that we connect with our true nature and the essence of life. By embracing stillness, we find that we need to seek less because the answers we are looking for are already within us. This practice requires patience and dedication, but it leads to a life of greater clarity, peace, and fulfillment. As we continue to explore the principle that less seeking leads to more finding, let us remember the profound wisdom of stillness. Embrace moments of silence, listen deeply, and simplify your life. In doing so, you will discover the true essence of life that resides within you. The miracle of presence. As we arrive at the final part of our exploration, we turn our focus to the transformative power of presence. Presence is the state of fully experiencing the here and now, without being distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. It is in this state of presence that we truly come alive, experiencing life in its fullest and most vibrant form. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the ability to be fully present. When we are present, we engage with life directly and intimately. We notice the details that usually escape our attention: the texture of a leaf, the sound of wind through the trees, the warmth of the sun on our skin. These simple, often overlooked experiences are rich with beauty and meaning. Presence also deepens our relationships. When we are fully present with another person, we create a space of genuine connection and understanding. We listen not only with our ears but with our hearts, truly seeing and appreciating the other person. This quality of presence transforms our interactions, bringing a sense of closeness and empathy that transcends words. Reflect on a time when you felt truly seen and heard by someone. How did it make you feel? This is the power of presence in relationships. It is a gift we can offer to others and ourselves, fostering deeper connections and mutual understanding. To cultivate presence, we can practice mindfulness in our daily activities. Whether we are eating, walking, or working, we can bring our full attention to the task at hand. Notice the sensations, thoughts, and emotions that arise without judgment. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we reduce stress and increase our overall sense of well-being. Another aspect of presence is acceptance. Often we resist the present moment because it doesn't align with our expectations or desires. This resistance creates tension and dissatisfaction. By accepting the present moment as it is, we find peace and contentment. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means acknowledging reality without unnecessary resistance. Think about a situation in your life that you find challenging. How might it change if you approached it with acceptance rather than resistance? This shift in perspective can transform our experience, allowing us to navigate difficulties with greater ease and grace. Presence also invites us to embrace gratitude. When we are fully present, we become more aware of the many blessings in our lives. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of abundance and joy. Practicing gratitude can be as simple as taking a moment each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. This practice not only enhances our well-being but also deepens our appreciation for life. Consider starting a daily gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Notice how this practice transforms your perspective and enhances your sense of presence. Ultimately, the miracle of presence lies in its ability to connect us with the true essence of life. When we are present, we realize that life is not something to be sought after or achieved, but something to be experienced and appreciated in each moment. This realization frees us from the constant cycle of seeking and striving, allowing us to find fulfillment in the here and now. As we conclude our journey, let us embrace the power of presence. By being fully present, we discover the richness and beauty of life that is always available to us. We find that the less we seek externally, the more we discover internally. This practice of presence leads to a life of greater joy, peace, and fulfillment. May we all cultivate the miracle of presence in our lives, experiencing the true essence of life in each and every moment. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you find the peace and fulfillment that comes from seeking less and discovering more within yourself.